Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Atelier Meruru. I have lots of exciting things planned for the next few videos. Unfortunately, before we can get to the fun, there's a few things I want to take care of in Arls and a couple of cutscenes I want to watch. One of the biggest things that has recently happened is that we have gone over and beyond 100,000 people. After you get the extension in year 3, Meruru's new goal will be to get 100,000 people in the kingdom by the time the game ends. If you fail to do this, you'll get one of the bad endings, but if you do this, then you may get one of the better endings. There's a couple of different endings you can get in the game, but as soon as you reach this goal, the rest of the time that you have is essentially bonus. You don't have to worry about anything. Ranking up your kingdom is something you can do, something you can choose not to do, because the ranking up is something you do when you want to get more population development points, or what you get when you want to build more buildings to attract more people. So if you want to go out and fight the rest of the game, if you want to make items, that's totally up to you. I'm going to try and do as much as I possibly can before the game ends. We have about a year left, so we actually do have quite a bit of time before we have to stop playing for good. I'm pretty confident with how things are going. I'm pretty happy. I've gotten to a really good spot. It's just going to be a matter of how much I can fit into the final year here. I put in a little clip at the start of this video of Hannah reminding us of a really bad lizard infestation over at Modus Ruins. This doesn't actually show up on your development log. However, if we go to Modus Ruins, we are going to be taking out those lizards, and that's something that I would like to do in the near future as soon as we leave Arls. A couple of other things I would like to mention is that somebody had asked in a comment if there was an item that allowed you to access your container from the world map, and there is. It's called the Secret Bag. Development equipment, a blue bag shaped like a cat. Open the zipper on the stomach and you'll find it's connected to the container at the workshop. Equip it to use it. I don't know why I didn't already have this, because if you make one and equip it, it will be good for all your future playthroughs. And this makes it so that you have unlimited basket space. If your basket is full, you can transfer your items from your basket to your container anywhere on the world map. You have to have a alchemy level of 35 to make it, and there's a couple of materials in here, but it's not overly difficult to make, and I only recently made this a couple of videos ago. Just thought I'd let the person who asked me that know, just because I hadn't actually had it, and it was a good reminder, so thank you. I also want to make a warp gate while I'm here. Allows you to return to the workshop in an instant no matter which gathering point you're at. Create it, stash it in your basket, and make good use of it. I went on about this a couple of videos ago, and how I was short on materials. We went and we gathered the azure wings in the last video. You need 2 of them in order to make 1 warp gate. You need some lumber and you need a diamond type item. The only thing that might cause a problem are the azure wings, which you can pick up from the cape. So we're going to make 1 of them. You only need to make 1. And it doesn't matter the quality or anything like that, because it's just an item. It's not something you need to equip, nothing that you're going to need the stats off of for anything. Lots of experience for making it. You need to have an alchemy level of 42 in order to create it. And you want to store that in your basket. Make sure you don't leave it in your container, because if it's not in your basket, you cannot use it. It's an item that has unlimited uses, and if I use this on the world map, I can use it absolutely anywhere, and it will instantly take me back to the workshop. So I save the travel time coming back to Arls. It is an absolutely fantastic item. It saves on lots of time, and I recommend getting this as soon as you possibly can. With that done, I think that is about all I want to do at the workshop. The next stop is going to be the tavern. And I'd like to visit the tavern because this little scene here with Philly and Rufus is going to talk a little bit more about our current population. This happens pretty randomly just keep checking in at the tavern, and this will eventually show up for you. Most likely when you've got 80,000 people or more, I would say. The timing for this is a little bit funny for me, just because I've already reached the 100,000 goal. But it's good news. Rufus has a lot to do because there's so many people that are living here, and Philly has a lot of work to do as well, because there's a lot of people coming in to do guild work. But they're both very happy about it. It's good to see Arls flourish, and we are definitely doing our job as the princess. Apparently Philly's been keeping track of the population for us, been keeping track of the numbers, because Meruru has no idea. So this is the spreadsheet of all the people living in Arls right now. Meruru is always striving to get to the next goal. She's a very goal-driven person, even though she doesn't seem like it. That's that. Nothing too interesting. That will go into your memo. If you're not sure how many people you need to get, if it's your first time playing the game or something like that, you can check Meruru's own personal memo. And under Metropolis, Miss Philly told me that Arls' population is getting close to 100,000. Maybe I should make that my next goal. And it will just go over that a little bit more in detail. If you are wondering, you will get another event when you reach the 100,000 goal as well. While I'm here, I would like to make a little bit more money. I went and bought supplies off screen that we can go and take out those lizards. But it never hurts to do a few requests and to also get as much money as I can just in case I do need more supplies. At this point, I'm not too worried about supplies. I mean, if I don't have a lot of them, I might not give them up. But I've made most of the things that I need. There's a few more requests that I have to do in my development log. But I do have an overabundance of materials, and my container's actually getting quite full. Back to the workshop we go.
Excuse me, Meruru, I have a letter for you from Mr. Rufus. He told me to deliver it right away. From Rufus? I wonder what it could be about. Here you go. He mentioned something about the population. Let's see. Hello, Princess. I hope you are... Yeah, polite greeting, whatever. Let's skip ahead. As of the other day, the total population of Arls has significantly exceeded the expected number. What? What? Woohoo! What's going on, Meruru? Why are you screaming so loud? I need to go tell Miss Billy! You too, Kana, come on! Stop pulling so hard! Miss Philly! Hey, check it out! You know how we were talking about the population? Well, I did it! Big time! Wow, really? That's great, Meruru! Arls has become a bustling metropolis! So what Mr. Rufus mentioned, this population trend survey, what is that? It's a document describing research on the kingdom's population. Meruru and I were discussing it just the other day. I see. The population has definitely gone up since Meruru began. Seeing it in numbers really drives the point home. Right? Compared to how things were when I started, this is like exceptionally exceptional, huh? We were
such a tiny country back then. And to think we've reached this size so fast. It's really hard to believe.
It's all thanks to your efforts, Meruru. Congratulations! It wasn't just me, though. Everyone helped this happen. Thank you so much! Oh, wait right here. Here you go. It's not much, just iced tea. But let's toast to our success. Woo! I'm gonna aim even higher for my next goal. And eventually, we'll pass Arland and become the biggest ever!
That's the spirit. Now then, to Meruru and the future of Arls.
Cheers!
Alright, so we got that done. It's nice to see that people are recognizing our efforts. And I think that at this point we are pretty much ready to set out. Like I said, I did a little bit of preparation off screen. I filled my bag with lots of stuff, so I don't have to worry about items. On the world map, I've got my warp gate, which I will definitely be using. And now it's time to go and kill some lizards. Meruru's work is still not done. I've got some time to start this in this video. May not get it finished since we are getting a little bit on in time. However, it shouldn't take us too long to take care of some pesky lizards in the area. So before you go into the Modus Ruins, feel free to talk to Chim there if you do need to stock up, which I, of course, have already taken care of, so let's just go right in. This is where the lizards have been hiding. Alright, I'm gonna take them all down. You better watch out, lizards. If you leave before defeating all the lizards, you'll have to start over from the beginning, so please be careful. Alright, so a warning. You must defeat every single lizard that pops up in the Modus Ruins before you leave. Now, luckily, this is a little bit staged. After you defeat a certain amount of lizards, a cutscene will pop telling you that you defeated them, so don't worry about looking for them if you can't find them. Just keep defeating them until you get a cutscene. We're going to be defeating 6 groups of lizards, I do believe, so this is going to take a while. Like I said, I'm not worried by any stretch of the imagination. I did come prepared. I just don't think I'll be able to fit it all into this video. Absolutely great opportunity to grind though, which is why I'm doing this now. I could ignore this or do it later, but I still have a few levels to climb before I reach my limit of 50. You can see we get almost 1500 experience, which is really good. I should be able to gain 1 or 2 levels at the very least before I leave this place. So there's going to be 3 groups on this screen.
Princess, here's our chance.
And luckily they are the berserkers. They're not those mean gray lizards that we've had to fight earlier on when we were here. I forget their names now. We will probably run into them later. But I count myself lucky because these guys are a lot easier to defeat than the other ones that we were fighting. They're very nasty. And because they come in such large groups, definitely take opportunity to use your items if you need to. Lots of healing items. Lots of attack items. Chain your attacks if possible. I could also be really lazy and use Sturk's attack that would hit all enemies and probably wipe them out. And I do have the MP to do that. I may do that to save a little bit of time, but these enemies are giving me no difficulty whatsoever. The drops aren't that great though. Don't think I can use a lot of this stuff, but I'll pick it up anyways, I suppose. Also feel free to pick up any materials you see if you need to pick up a few things along the way. There should just be one more lizard. And here he is.
Princess, here's our chance.
So I'm going to soften these guys up a little bit, and then I think I'll use Stirk's ability so that we can get the cutscene in this video. And then we'll probably take care of the second half of the lizards next time.
Sword. Here it comes.
Falcon Wind is an amazing ability. It's so strong. I love it. That really took them down a couple of pegs, that's for sure. Was able to finish that battle in a hurry. Save on some resources. Stirk gets a level up. He's nearly at 50. I think he'll reach 50 before either of the girls do.
Alright, I win! Take that! Now nobody has to worry about getting around the area. Huh? Let's...
Hey, it's Master G. I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, who do we have here? I do believe it's the Princess of Arls. What a coincidence.
Master G! What are you doing here?
The same thing you're doing here. I've come to subdue the lizards. But their forces are greater than expected. I don't think we can defeat them all at once. There, you see?
And more are respawning. So all our work was pretty much for naught.
There's more?
I'll leave these ones to you. I'm going to clean up that group over there.
Okay, I can handle these jerks. I have to listen to what he said. I'm not done here till I defeat all of them.
Okay, so we're on to the next area now in the second ruins, and again we're gonna have to defeat 3 groups of these enemies before we can advance. And remember that if you do leave, you have to fight all 6 groups all over again before you can finish up this event. So I'm gonna end things off here, guys, but I'm not gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna stand in this exact spot and continue on next time, where we will fight more lizards. Thank you so very much for watching, everybody, and I hope that I will see you next time.